a prayer intercession for this love thing, yeah. Ooh, I need it for this love thing. Anybody got a prescription, yeah, for this love thing? Anybody got a pill like a Bible for this love thing? Anybody got a prayer intercession for this love thing, yeah. Ooh, I need.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am feeling so much better today. I tell you, that getting good rest can do so many things for you. And you never know. I told you yesterday, this is the power of faith. Told you yesterday, this thing is probably some 24-hour deal because it happened before, right? I got up this morning. I jumped out of bed. I did my exercises. I did a little work this morning. I mean, really, I am feeling like 100% better. I don't know how it happened. Don't care. All I know is I feel amazing. So, see, no gravelly voice, no nothing. So I get to sing my morning song. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning to you. That was as long. I don't think I'm going to be able to hold that for a minute. I even tried it offline, right? So I said, you know what, Viv? No. How about we don't do that. We just don't do that. Okay? We're gonna uh-oh. My other computer is trying to act the fool right now. So it keeps telling me my pen is wrong, and I know good and well it's not. So don't know what's going on. Oh, but anyway. One. Okay. We won't even worry about that. Okay. I'm going to see if I can find this pen because it keeps telling me that my pen is wrong. And I know I have to put things someplace so I can remember them. But I'll get to the point in a minute. Okay. Let me just find my pen for my other computer because I want to see who's on Facebook. So I want to talk to you guys as well. Because we don't want to ignore people, do we? No, we don't. Oh, well, okay. Hold your horses. I'll be with you in just 1 second. Interesting. Okay. So, again, how's everybody? It's a good day. It's a good day to be alive. Did you say your gratitude this morning? Did you wake up and say, thank you, God, for being alive, and thank you for just letting me be here and open my eyes again? Because some people didn't. And if that's the case, then hey, fantastic morning to you, Ian. Thank you for joining me this morning. I appreciate you. So this morning, guys, I go to my daily inspiration call daily, right? So this morning, a young man by the name of Pablo, and I forgive me for not remembering his last name because I don't have my little notebook that I took notes in. Um, because I take notes, right? You hear people of influence speak, you take notes. But so one thing that he said that just really popped out at me because he was really talking about choosing ourselves and doing the things necessary to get to the goals that we say we want, right? In our company, my company's name is iBoomerang. So in iBoomerang, there are several levels, where you can advance to. And one of the major goals for a lot of people is diamond. And so he was talking about how to get to diamond was to act like a diamond, dress like a diamond, speak like a diamond, study like a diamond. But there are some people who will say they want to get there, but they don't want to do the work. So they want to do all these other things like a diamond because those are easy. But they don't want to work like a diamond. So one of the things that he said, now I in my title, I kind of twisted it a different way. But what he said is, you want the dinner, but you don't want the dishes. See, my title says, you want the dinner, you're going to have to cook. Because for me, cooking is work. I used to cook for a living. And I know for certain cooking is work. Although I enjoyed it, trust and believe, I really enjoyed cooking because I like feeding people. I like to see people enjoying their food or the food that I cook. So although it is still work though, just because you enjoy it doesn't mean it's not work, but it becomes less of a chore when you enjoy something. So to me, if you want whatever it is that you want, you're gonna have to work for it. Doesn't have to be hard, but you really have to go for it like it is. Like it is hard. Take the diamond position. Say you're now at the beginning steps of your career and you want to be that diamond, but you really don't know how you're going to get there, but you know the steps because you've taken the time to learn what steps you need to take to get there, right? So that's part of the work. Learning what it is you need to achieve that goal. Now, how you're going to do it is a different thing, but now you know the steps you need to take, and so let's start taking those steps one at a time, little by little, every day, and then you'll get there eventually. Now, will you get there at the same time as everybody else? Maybe not, but everybody's journey is different, you know. For me, my journey seems to be extremely slow. And I have to keep going back and reevaluating maybe what I'm saying, how I'm doing things, who I'm talking to, who I'm targeting, all kinds of stuff, and just reevaluating that stuff, going back and looking at the training videos from our diamonds to see, okay, oh, wait a minute, I need to tweak that. And yes, you're going to talk to, and I am by no means calling anybody a frog. Trust and believe. This is just an analogy. You have to kiss a lot of frogs to get to the prince, right? So in this type of business, you have to hear a lot of no's before you get to that yes. That yes can be very elusive. And sometimes it can be very discouraging to constantly be out there talking and talking and talking and talking, and nobody's responding. Or the people that are responding are not looking for what you have, or they don't think they're looking for what you have. Because sometimes even when you I talked to a couple of people. I've been like consistently talking to people since like November of last year. And yes, I would have days when I just didn't want to, and I didn't. Just to be honest, there were days I said, you know what, I can't take this today. I'm not doing this today. But that was the wrong attitude, right? Do it anyway. Sometimes you just have to do it anyway, because if you don't, you lose momentum, and that's one of the things that one of my leaders had said, Mr. Bean, is that you don't want to lose momentum, because it's just like starting, and I think I gave you this analogy before, starting a train. Back in the day, they used to have to put coal, to get the train to go in and make, get it full steam. Nowadays they're electric, so it really doesn't have that same connotation. But back then, let's take our minds back in the day when they had to put coal to make the train go. Well, if you weren't consistently watching that and you let the coals die down, that train is going to stop. It's just going to come to a complete stop. But to get the engine going again, now you got to light a whole new batch of coal. You got to wait for it to heat up. Then it's got to start the steam, and then the train has to start going, and it starts going very, very slow, and then it'll eventually speed up. But again, if you keep backing off of the coals, what's going to happen? It's going to stop again. And so if you're doing something consistently, and this is another thing that Mr. Bean said, it's kind of funny, but it's true. If you are, wait a minute, I lost my train. Lord have mercy. I just lost my train of thought. Gone. Let's see. How did he put it? If you get up, no. Oh, it'll come back. I'm sorry. My brain just went. It just went. That little synapses went. Okay, no, we were not telling nobody else, because you said too many words in between what you were going to say. It'll come back. Don't you worry. But hello, Akira. How are you? I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for coming. And so, but just keep going. That's the whole point of the whole thing, right? Is that anytime that you have momentum going, at the time you stop may be the very time when those no's turn to yeses. Right? So on those days when I didn't fight the urge to just stop and say, okay, I got to regroup, maybe that was the day I would get a yes. Who knows? But I'm not going to go back and dwell on that. And that's another thing. You can't go back and dwell on the fact of what might have happened. What might have happened is irrelevant, right? Because it's past. That's why they call it the past. Focus on the present and begin again. Don't start over. Just begin again. This is a whole new day. Act like it's the first day you ever did anything. Act like it's the day you were born, even. Just have that fresh mind, like a newborn, and that you can absorb all the things that you need to know for life or for work or whatever it is. Act like it's your first day. I know when I had a 9-to-5 job, anytime I started a new project, anytime I got a new boss, anytime I started a new activity at work or got a new job, I was excited. And I acted as if I was already successful at it. And I would gather knowledge from anywhere I could possibly get it. And that's another, I had to have a conversation with myself. I said, Viv, think back to when you were an ambitious employee and how much effort and how much time you spent learning the job where you had a boss that owned the business. And while you were contributing to their wealth, not your own, because your income was controlled by them, right? Why don't you apply that same enthusiasm to your own business? Act like you are your boss and you want to impress you. And you go for the gusto. I mean, you come in every day ready to go because you know if you put forth your best effort, you're going to get promoted. Because guess who's going to promote you? You. Hello. Be your own boss. You know, Mr. Bug said something other than I forgot to tell you guys about it because I said I was, but he defines CEO as Chief Example Officer. You have to be the example for the people that you're trying to help, right? So be that enthusiastic employee that comes in every day and says, you know, I'm going to get that promotion. You know, if you want to eat, you have to cook. You have to cook. Go out there and get the groceries. The people, right? Though your groceries are your customers, right? And your cooking part is either presenting them the information, and then when they're ready, giving them what they need. Because your income is determined by the service that you give to your customers, right? So that's the work part. That's the cooking part. So if you want to eat, if you want to sit down and eat, you have to do the cooking and all those things that come in between. You got to buy the groceries. You got to come home and prep the groceries. You got to turn on the stove. You got to break out the pots and pans, and you got to cook. You have to, or you're not going to eat. You got to set the table, lay out the dinnerware, and then sit down and eat. Because once you sit down and eat, it's all flowing in now. Now the table is all set and everything is all ready. You know, that's the beautiful part about residual income. It's like cooking and eating, right? Because you've done all the work now. You've bought the groceries. You've come in and prepped it, and you cooked it, and you laid out the table, and you put on all the dinnerware. You set the table, and you put the food on the plate, and now you got your fork, and now you can sit down and enjoy your food. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing, just a different way of looking at it, right? So think about how much work you're putting in and where you're stopping when you don't feel like it. I know it's hard. It is hard. I admittedly, it is hard. It's not going to be this easy cakewalk that everybody tries to make it out to be. You know, because I've tried so many different things thinking that maybe I wasn't doing something right. Maybe because, you know, you hear these advertisements of, oh, I haven't done that in years. I have, you have, there's this easy peasy way of doing this. And, you know, you can do this in like 5 minutes. I can tell you that it's not that way. It's still hard work. You're still going to have to put in the work. You know, sometimes when you're new to something, you think these people are really telling you the real deal. Oh, it doesn't have to be that hard. Oh, okay, I can do that. But no. It's still hard every day, consistent work, and you have to be consistent at it. Now, do you want to look at it as difficult? No, because that's only going to stress you out. It's kind of like when you're going to for weight loss, like me. And so as some of you may or may not know, that I have been on this health journey since last year. And sometimes, I look at other people and say, Jesus, they're losing weight way faster than me. What the heck am I doing wrong? I'm not doing anything wrong. Everybody does it in different ways. Everybody's metabolism is different. Everybody's level of expertise is different. Everybody's level of workout is different. Mine is different based on my physical ability to do it. And I can't, even though I would love to ignore the fact that I have RA, I have it. It's part of my life. It's not a curable disease. So I have to deal with it. I don't suffer from it. I have to live with it. It is something that I have to live with because it's there. But do I have to succumb to it? No. But is my progress going to be a little slower than somebody who doesn't have it? Maybe. It just depends on the level, right? So that journey can't be stopped. You can't start and stop, because your progress is dependent on your consistency. Now, because I was very, very consistent at walking every single day from, I think I started like the 1st of April last year. And my walking got longer and longer and longer. I lost 50 pounds. I still have weight to lose. But I was looking at somebody else's progress and my eye keeps itching, thinking that their progress should be mine. But you can't look at it that way. Your journey is your journey. But if you stop, your journey stops. Just like a car, right? Car runs out of gas, you're pretty much going to stop. But if you keep fueled, and however that looks for you as far as your fuel. Okay, so let me just give you a few of my fueling things, right? So meditation. Now, if you don't believe in meditation, think of it as prayer. It's the same thing. You're meditating on what you want, not what you don't want. Don't meditate on what you don't want. That is a no-no. Don't even mention what you don't want, because your subconscious mind hears that and they think, oh, that's what we're doing. Okay, don't do that. Prayer. Your spiritual life, whatever that looks like for you, be all into it. Get all into it and have that faith in whatever it is that you have faith in. Study. Study the things that you need to get ahead. Like this morning, my study included finances, investments. I was listening to a little bit of Grant Cardone. I saw a couple of things on TikTok. This young man was talking about real estate investing and things like that. I was like, wow, this is interesting. So I looked at the video, wrote some stuff down, Another one of the people that I follow, his name is Wesley Virgin, and he gives a lot of income tips. Not anything that's going to make you rich in and of itself, but it's income that you can have that it's fairly easy to do if you follow the steps, right? So he does that all the time on his YouTube channel. You can go check him out. But whatever it is, and also in my business, because, I'm still in business with iBoomerang, I go and I watch videos of our diamonds and our CEO for some tips on what I need to change or tweak or whatever it is. So that's part of my inspiration and motivation to keep going, right? Because I'm gathering knowledge, and knowledge and action just kind of knocks fear on his behind, right? And so that keeps you going, that keeps your train going, that keeps that coal in the bin or whatever it is, or in the engine. But and I dance because I like to be happy, and dancing and music makes me happy. It just does. It just a nice beat, or a meaningful song, or something. I like singing, as you could probably tell by me making up these morning and afternoon songs. But whatever fuels you, like you got parents out there that have little kids, and my kids are grown. Of course, they still fuel me and my grandchildren, but I don't see them often. But they still fuel me. So if that's what fuels you, go play with your kids for a little bit. Make sure you carve out some time to do that, because that's a part of your life as well. Um, I like to journal. I don't like to journal. Let me take that back. I don't like to journal. I just journal. I journal because I know that writing it down helps me to learn. Even like if I'm reading a book, it's written. It's already written. I'm already reading it, but I still write it in my own handwriting. You know why? Because your subconscious mind looks at that in your own handwriting and accepts it better. Even saying things out loud. Affirmations are awesome. I'm doing these morning affirmations every day, and I put them on my Facebook stories. And not only for other people, but for myself. I have this app. I think it's called, let me see, what is it called? I'll tell you, and you can probably go get it or download it from your thing. It's called a vision board. It's available on Android and Mac. Oh, jeez. What you call that? Oh my goodness sake! People are calling me all over the place. Sorry about that. But anyway, did you hear that song? I like that song. But anyway, so I'm gonna get off of here because I'm getting phone calls. I'm on Facebook. I'm getting phone calls on my phone. Yeah, but just remember. So the moral of the story is, if you want the dinner, you gotta cook, which means if you want the outcome, you gotta work for it. It doesn't come easy, and it doesn't come automatically. It doesn't come as if by magic. No matter what anybody tells you, you gotta work for it. I do want to kind of give you a final thing to consider. A lot of people are having trouble keeping money in their own pocket these days. And I just want to extend an invitation to you all to attend a meeting this evening at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 6 p.m. Pacific time. And you can translate however that rolls for you. This program is for US based people only right now. But if you are in another country and you know somebody in the US who may need to reduce their business or individual personal monthly bills, then have them attend this session and then get back with me, and I will give you access to the platform where you can use it to help you keep more money in your own pocket. And I just want to show you the banner. And I did post it on my Facebook page and my stories and my LinkedIn and, so on and so forth. It's all over the place, but I'm just going to show you this banner. Miss Carly Gwynn, who is a Sapphire ambassador with our company, and she is going to be hosting this very, very informative call. And if you want to come, just, log into Zoom, and the Zoom ID is there. And if you can't see it, it's 921-210-62734, and bring your own bills. And that is literal. If you want to get access to the platform prior to the meeting, just get with me, send me a DM and say, I want to BYOB, and I will give you an activation code so you can get access. And then when you come to the meeting, you'll have everything you need to get started, saving money and reducing your bills so that you can keep more of that hard-earned money in your pocket. And just so you know, we also have, now this is kind of funny. I saw this on somebody's post. I think it was on LinkedIn, but this picture represents how travel is going to look after COVID is kind of died down. So as you can see, there's many planes in there. People are just going wherever they want to go. And so, it's kind of funny, but that's pretty much how it's going to look. People are going to be desperate to get out of their house. And we have a travel platform where you can get discounts and things on travel, fun things like theme parks when they open back up, and all that kind of stuff. There's more than that on there too. There's gift cards where you don't have to go anywhere. You can shop in this platform. I told you guys about the restaurant savings card. So if you want any of that stuff, just hashtag me with BYOB or hashtag travel, and I'll give you access to those platforms. The travel platform is for anybody, no matter what country you're in. The bill savings things is only for US-based residents, but just send me a message and I'll take care of you. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow, guys. But in the meantime, I wish you peace. I wish you love, and I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.